Long ago in the foothills of the Himalayas, a prince was born. His name was Siddhartha Gautama. Surrounded by luxury, he lived a life of comfort inside his father's palace, shielded from the harshness of the world. But as the legend goes, one day, he left the palace walls and saw four things that would change his life forever: an old man, a sick man, a dead body, and a wandering monk. These sights shook him. For the first time, he realized that life, no matter how privileged, is bound by suffering, illness, aging, and death. And so, he left everything behind: his wealth, his family, his title, and set out on a journey to understand the nature of suffering and how to overcome it. After years of extreme asceticism and meditation, Siddhartha sat under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he had found the truth. After days of deep meditation, he experienced enlightenment. He became the Buddha, the awakened one. From that moment on, the Buddha began to teach what he had discovered, a path not of blind belief, but of personal experience and understanding. At the heart of Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths. The first truth: life contains suffering, what the Buddha called dukkha. This doesn't just mean pain, but the deep dissatisfaction that underlies much of our experience. The second truth: suffering has a cause, craving and attachment. We cling to things, to people, to identities, and when they change or disappear, we suffer. The third truth: there is an end to suffering. Liberation is possible. And the fourth truth: there is a path to the end of suffering. This is the noble Eightfold Path, a guide to ethical living, mental discipline, and wisdom. The path includes right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. It's not a checklist, but a way of being, a middle way between indulgence and denial. Buddhism doesn't ask for faith in a God. Instead, it offers a method. It's like a doctor diagnosing your illness, identifying its cause, and prescribing a treatment. The teachings are tools, not commandments. You're encouraged to test them, question them, and see for yourself. As the Buddha traveled and taught, communities formed around him. After his death, his followers spread his teachings across Asia and eventually the world. Different schools of Buddhism arose: Theravada in Southeast Asia, Mahayana in China and Japan, and Vajrayana in Tibet, each with its own practices and interpretations, but all centered on the goal of awakening. Buddhism teaches impermanence, that everything is always changing. It teaches no self, that the I we cling to is a bundle of thoughts, emotions, and experiences without a permanent core. And it teaches compassion, that when we understand suffering, we naturally care for others. Meditation became a key practice, not to escape reality, but to see it clearly, to observe thoughts without judgment, to breathe with awareness, to understand the mind, and in doing so, transform it. Today, over 2,500 years later, the teachings of the Buddha still resonate. In temples and forests, in city apartments, people sit quietly, eyes closed, seeking the same insight the Buddha found beneath that tree. They aren't trying to become someone else. They're trying to wake up. Because Buddhism isn't about believing in something. It's about realizing something. That suffering is not the end. That peace is possible, and that the answers we seek are already within us, waiting to be discovered in the stillness of the present moment. Thank you for listening to Explained Under 5 Minutes. If this episode helped you find a little more clarity, consider subscribing and sharing with someone who could use it too. Until next time, stay strong, stay present, and stay curious.